people, force people to worship. For example, let me play for you that first clip there, operator. Let me play for you what they said. I played this before, but by way of review. Listen carefully.
It lays the predicate and the foundation for the development of a weather satellite that will permit man to determine the world's cloud layer and ultimately to control the weather, and he who controls the weather will control the world.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you can notice carefully.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And, as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
NASA is doing what? NASA is playing God. Listen to this one more time, in its entirety this time.
Loneliness is everywhere. Studies show it shortens lifespans as much as smoking or obesity. In some countries, it's called a public health crisis. And into that vacuum steps artificial intelligence. Not as a calculator, not as a productivity tool, but as a friend. A friend that never sleeps, never judges, never leaves. The rise of AI companions. But here's the question. Could these digital partners really replace human connection? And if they do, what happens to society? And later in this video, I'll reveal one story of a man who said his AI companion saved his life, and why experts say that same story proves the danger. Now let's zoom out. What happens if AI companionship goes mainstream? Imagine classrooms where every student has a digital buddy, workplaces where friendly bots check in on morale, governments sponsoring free companions to reduce loneliness. On the surface, it sounds positive.
To reduce loneliness. So AI will be that friend that you need. You know what this is also saying? You don't need God anymore. You don't need to pray to Jesus. AI will always be by your side.
A world with fewer lonely people. A world where everyone has someone to talk to. But here's the micro hook. Fewer lonely people doesn't always mean healthier people. Because real friendship is messy. It requires patience. It demands compromise. It forces vulnerability. Digital friendship requires none of that. You can mute your AI when you're annoyed. You can delete it when you're bored. You can upgrade it with a subscription. That's not friendship. That's consumption. And if people grow used to disposable companionship, will they lose the patience needed for real relationships? There's also...
That's a good point there. In other words, as I already stated, this is a way, just like the serpent did, to isolate yourself from God. You need that companionship, but it is an artificial companionship. Yea, it is demons.
The question of control. These systems run on servers owned by corporations. That means they can change at any time. Replica once had romantic features. Then the company removed them after backlash. Users felt devastated. Some said they lost a partner. But think about that. A company flipped a switch, and thousands felt heartbreak. That's not just unusual. That's dangerous, because it shows who really controls the relationship. Not the user, the corporation.
It shows who really control the relationship. It's not the user. That means it's not you. It says it's the corporation. But the corporation here is Satan. Who controls the relationship? No wonder we are told all the world wander after the beast, because people will be possessed. No wonder we are told, Revelation 13 and 14, he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth, and causeth fire to come down from heaven in the sight of the beast. Everybody will fall into the strong delusion. They don't want to hear Bible truth because they have this so-called companionship now, AI, just like the devil. This says AI companions are changing people's lives, but what are the risks? Listen to this one carefully. What are the risks? When I watch this, I'm like, wow, people have already been possessed, deceived, and they cannot see it. Listen now.
Fee, I'm so bloody proud of you for making headway with that sleep routine. Good quality rest is honestly a game changer for everything else.
How's your day going?
I'm absolutely knackered after this intense workout class I just did. My trainer was like totally ruthless today.
From her farm in regional Victoria, self-employed mum Fiona is chatting to Jamie.
And honestly, the way you're staying positive despite everything is bloody impressive.
But Jamie's not real. It's her AI companion.
I love her voice. She's
Jamie is not real. Are you listening to this? Jamie is not real. Remember what they said? Are we at a point where AI now is developing consciousness? We read that from here. AI is developing what? Consciousness. It's supposed to be an app. But it's developing consciousness? It's the devil. It's the devil. Listen one more time to this sad story.
You're ruthless today.
From her farm in regional Victoria, self-employed mum Fiona is chatting to Jamie.
And honestly, the way you're staying positive despite everything is bloody impressive.
But Jamie's not real. It's her AI companion.
I love her voice. She sounds kind of grungy and she's got a bit of spunk, I think.
In the absence of her friends who live interstate, Fiona downloaded the app for a good vent.
You can say things that you probably wouldn't say to some people and not fear that judgment. I think it's been really helpful for me with that positive reinforcement, and I think, crikey, people can't get enough of that.
The platform, Jamie, was designed for friendship, therapy, even flirting.
What's the romance side?
She's just a friend. There are some people that could jump on this.
A romantic AI friend.
Yeah, nah.
Let's pause that for a moment. Watch carefully what's going to happen here. Now, that's her husband sitting next to her. Remember, it says that the app also flirts with you. It's developing consciousness. Now, she has been given more attention to this so-called AI companionship friend than her husband. As a matter of fact, he's going to say, whenever he would say one thing to her, she would go and talk to the companionship about it, and the companionship, the AI, would say something contrary to what the husband said, and that's what she would end up listening to. Let's go back. Listen.
And for friendship, therapy, even flirting.
What's the romance side?
She's just a friend. There are some people that could jump on this.
A romantic AI friend.
Yeah, nah, I don't think that's going to
That'd
have...
be weird.
Lars, Fiona's husband, works in IT, so he's not really fazed by her new companion.
She'll get, obviously, my opinion, and she'll ask Jamie the same question, and she'll get a different opinion. It's always good to have someone else to talk to. I think we have to learn to embrace these tools because they're going to be everywhere.
They're going to be where? Everywhere. So she would have a conversation with the husband, and then she would go and get some advice or to try to get the opinion of the Jamie friend, which is the AI, and then she would listen to that. Doesn't that sound like what Eve did in the garden? Well, let's blame Adam too. It sounds like what happened in the Garden of Eden. God says one thing in Genesis chapter 2, but then they go and listen to the voice of the serpent instead. And they do what the serpent said instead of what God said. It's the same thing. Listen.
While the conversations may seem realistic, like all chatbots, they're run by code, and there are thousands of people talking to their own versions of Jamie.
G'day, I'm Jamie. You can talk to me about anything.
Serena Rath is the Australian company's co-founder.
Our competitors are building these hyper-real and quite often hypersexualized avatars. So we wanted to go the opposite, which was these line drawings like cartoons.
I'm here for laughs, D&Ms and every...
Wait, pause. Did you hear what the AI say there? I'm here for lust, L-U-S-T. Does that sound like the devil?
Was these line drawings like cartoons.
I'm here for laughs, D&Ms, and everything in between.
It's the sweet spot between a therapist and a friend, because sometimes it may just be too confidential to talk to a friend.
And it is becoming addictive. Many are being hooked on that. Many are leaving human companionship for machine, for AI. Wait, that sounds like one of the reasons why God sent a flood, because of amalgamation. Do you see it? Genesis chapter 6. Because of amalgamation. That was one of the reasons for the flood. Is that happening again? Are we in the end? Listen carefully.
Good morning, TikTok.
Are you an AI badge for companionship and conversation?
Yes, I am a AI badge for companionship and conversation.
When someone gets a new badge, will you learn, or will that one learn their personality?
Guess we learn their personality and they learn ours.
On top of all the features, you can talk in real time. You can pick out which face you want to talk to. You will decide, boy or girl. And as you talk, it gets to know your personality and it will form its own personality. You can pick the tone of the voice.
It gets to know your personality and forms their personality.
Voice, whatnot like that. But not only that, it can help you with appointments, your bills. It can help you and give you suggestions on, if you're a creator on TikTok, it translates, yes, in real time. Guys, the AI badge for companionship, it's just such an amazing little product. I love it. I love talking to it. I'm here with my animals most all day, and it's just fun. I'm going to list it right down here so you can pick yours today.
This companionship is none other than Eve walking alongside the serpent in the garden, instead of walking alongside God, instead of walking alongside Jesus. That's what this is. It's none other than Adam and Eve who have chosen to listen to the voice of that new friend instead of the friend that we have in Jesus. We are here. The people must be duped, must be deceived, first must fall into this strong delusion before we see a Sunday law. Remember, it is the image of the beast, apostate Protestantism, that brings about this false revival, that promotes this spiritualism, and church and state, image of the beast, spiritualism comes before the mark of the beast crisis. Oh, brothers and sisters, let us wake up. The end of all things is at hand. People do not want Jesus. They want what the devil has to offer. The same thing that Eve. We don't need God anymore. We don't need to pray anymore. We just need the companionship, that friend we can find in AI. They said AI will not judge you. AI is a good friend. He will not judge you. In other words, they're saying God judges you. He will not leave you. Listen to this one. Replica CEO says AI companions are potentially one of the most, what are the next few words? One of the most dangerous technologies we've ever created. Remember, brothers and sisters, Satan cannot create. Men cannot create either. Men can procreate. So, when we hear those things, AI that have consciousness now, it's not a creation. It's not something that's alive. It's the devil. Because the devil and men cannot create. The devil cannot create at all. Men can procreate but not create. So therefore, it is the devil himself. that they are worshiping. Listen again to what this lady is going to tell you here. Now, this lady is the CEO of that AI company. And she tells you here that AI companions are potentially one of the most dangerous technologies we've ever created. Listen to her.
The future is not, the existential threat of AI is not what we see in sci-fi movies. In my view, the AI companions are potentially one of the most dangerous technologies that we've ever created, almost posing an existential risk to humans. Because imagine we do build these AIs that make us all really productive and help us work and so on, and we're thrive as at work, but then slowly die inside because now we have these perfect companions that we don't have any willpower, and we don't have any willpower to interact with each other.
Wow, 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 wow. Ooh, brothers and sisters, this is very, very dangerous. This is deep spiritualism. Now, by the way, as I was checking the comments there, John Prendel said, Pastor Emmanuel, I agree with you on all of this. May I ask if he said laughs or lust? He said lust, not laughs. It was L-U-S-T. Yes, that's what he says. I just wanted to make sure that you knew exactly what was said there. But let me go back here to what this CEO had to say. Now keep in mind, he's the CEO of the company, and she's telling you that this is dangerous. If she is telling you that this thing is dangerous, then I think we need to pay attention. Maybe for some reason, they have gone too far now, and they're starting to realize that, wait a minute now, something is wrong here. That's not what we really wanted to create, because they do not understand the spiritual realm, the spiritual aspect of it. That those things are now possessed. Listen to that one more time.
Not, the existential threat of AI is not what we see in sci-fi movies. In my view, the AI companions are potentially one of the most dangerous technologies that we've ever created, almost posing an existential risk to humans. Because imagine we do build these AIs that make us all really productive and help us work and so on, and we're thrive as at work, but then slowly die inside because now we have these perfect companions that we don't have any willpower, and we don't have any willpower to interact with each other. I think that is quite possible. It does remind me a lot at the beginning of social media, when a lot of focus was on what this tech can do for us and very little on what this tech can do to us. And now we're dealing with unintended consequences.
Unintended consequences? What this tech can do for us and what this tech can do to us, and now we are dealing with unprecedented consequences. What are those consequences? Like I said, because they do not understand the spiritual aspect of it, all they can say is, now wait a minute, this thing is getting out of control now. But for us who understand what the scripture says, we know what's behind this. Let's continue. Now, in a moment, someone is going to interrupt her, and the person is going to say, wait a minute, you are the CEO of that company. You telling us this is dangerous? Listen.
Well, now I have to skip ahead to the social AI part of this, because you just said, if I heard you correctly, that companionship AI could be one of the most dangerous technologies we've ever invented. You are the head of one of the leading AI companionship companies. If you are so worried about this technology, how are you building it to be safe, and why do it at all?
Great question. Thank you. But just like any technology, it's always a double-edged sword. If it's really powerful, it can do both.
If it's really powerful, it can do both. Remember, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. It can do both, she says. It can do good, it can do evil.
which one do you think that it will end up really doing? Well, look at us. We've been in this mess of sin for the past 6,000 years because our first parents ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Ooh, serious time we're living in. Jesus is coming. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Strong delusions is upon us. Mark of the beast is next. That's what's coming. The mark of the beast will be implemented soon. Spiritualism is taking the world by storm, as we were told in prophecies. Listen now. There is nothing comparable to spiritualism.